Okay, recording is on. The recording is up, so let's see. I'm gonna watch Dr. Panda specifically, I think. He's a friend from a different game. I got him to buy this game and as well as a wheel, so I'm hoping he's gonna perform.
That's benefiting another driver. That's benefit driver.
Oh, he's not here with me in the channel, right? I didn't. I'm not giving him tips during the race.
No, no, I don't know. Maybe you have any secret method to do so.
No, no, no. I'd give him tips before the race, but not during. It looks like. Wait, am I getting a DM? Why am I getting a DM or a message? Oh, F1 TV.
F1 TV.
Oh, fine. Okay, we've got the first car at the garage. We've got a Red Bull out. Toki.
I remember Toki from like season 5. So.
Yeah.
But I've never met him until today. So it's the first time.
And we've got different cars coming out of the garage now. We've got Triple Crown leaving the garage with True Knight behind, and the other Red Bull Tahoe as well.
Triple crown on mediums.
Yep, mediums indeed. That's gonna cost him though, because it's gonna cost him at least a couple of tenths, and the quali is always close here. Both Haas drivers now exiting the pits, Panda and Little Demon. Barkle leaving the pit lane. Several drivers still bunched up in Sector 2 as they're on the outlap. First driver who's going to set a hot lap is going to be Toki, who's going to start it now. Let's have a look.
I'm gonna be right back in here.
Okay. Oh, he's got the Ferrari exiting the pit lane. Should be fine though. Yep. Clean so far for a good first hot lap. Oh, and I see yellow flag at the end of the turn 1. Is there a driver who spun? Yes, Dominic has spun on the pit exit. He needs to be careful because those guys are on a hot lap. But it's fine for now. He's gonna have to get out of there now. I'm gonna switch back to Toki, who is invalidated. So no hot lap for him. Next driver on the hot lap is True Knight, who goes really wide onto the curb in Sector 2. Doesn't invalidate yet. Not too much curb on the exit there, very dangerous. Since the time a 104.8, followed by Tahoe with a 106. So the first time is on the board. I think True Knight has set the benchmark for now. Let's see what Little Demon does, who is invalidated, as has Panda, by the way.
The little demon guy is pretty quick.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? NA is just 104.3.
That's half a second. That's a good time.
Yep. Most drivers who are crossing the line now have invalidated. Power Cotswool now on a valid hot lap still. A 106.8. Another spin by Dominic at turn 1 exit on the mediums. He was on his hot lap, I think. He lost the rear on the exit. Too much throttle, too much curb. So he needs to get that section under control.
There was a spin there, I saw, I think. Leco. It has no front, he's missing half a front wing.
Oh, I totally missed that. I'm just checking if drivers.
No, there isn't any penalties or incidents.
Yeah, Dominic spun again.
Dominic spun.
He needs to box now. He's got cooked tires. They're sitting at 120 degrees. The only driver still on the hot lap is Shine, who is now in sector 2. He's got clean air ahead. A 44.6. That's a fast split time so far, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what he can do. Riding the curb on the entry. Lots of curb on the apex. Oh,
There's no way.
Also go wide.
No way, please.
that, yeah, he invalidated, didn't he? And there's a Mercedes parked backwards on. That's again Dominic, who is.
I did not
He's now reversing on track into the pit lane. I mean,
disqualified, I think.
not yet.
Yeah.
It seems. Did he?
Seems. Yeah. Yeah. He's disqualified.
Yeah, that was silly to reverse there. Very silly, but oh well.
Can you reset the track in the call? I don't think so.
Nope. Reset track is always bent.
And I gotta go.
You could manage this
Alright, man.
better, but
Ah, Jesse, we'll be fine together. I need someone to commentate with me anyway. That's the main thing, and to look for penalties and stuff.
yeah. Okay.
So Shine on his in lap, Bismarck on the medium tires on his out lap, trying to go for the alternative strategy. Bismarck, as you know, has got a lot of speed in him. If he is able to get the consistency right, it might work in his favor if he sets a good time and starts at the front of the grid.
Yeah, he does. He's just beginning his lap, so let's watch it.
Yep. Lots of curb on the entry.
By the way,
Yep. Oh, big tank slapper on the exit, but he keeps it on track.
the most crucial part of the track, 10-3.
Yep.
And the exit, especially here, is very important.
Straighten the car first, short shift.
Pretty smooth.
Yep. Some traction control maybe.
Yeah.
Curb on the entry, good curb. Curb on the apex as well.
Second gear, that's interesting. Interesting tactics I've never seen yet.
Lots of curb on the entry here again as well. Let's see if he doesn't validate. No, he doesn't go wide. Understeer corner here. 45.1 split time. That's not the best, but he is on the medium tire. And crossing the line in a 104.8 P3 provisional by Bismarck. It's good, but I don't think it's good enough. He's going to be passed by some guys on the softs behind him if he stays out on the if he doesn't set another time. So
I think he's on a second hot lap in a row, so he's doing 2 laps
yeah, you may be right.
in one go.
His battery's going to be low, but you're right. It looks like he is.
He is improving. I can see this.
Yeah, let's see his split times.
Yeah, first sector, and now he's going better as well. That's a much better line than the previous one. It looks much better.
Let's see his split time at sector 2. 44.9. He's 2 tenths down on his time, which would put him in provisional P2. Caution on the curb here. Good exit. He should.
Now with P2, yes, it is P2 by 400ths of a second.
That's a good time.
Really good time as in mediums, yes, it is.
Well done, Bismarck. That's a good time for him, for sure. Let's see if there's another
So
drivers.
happy for you, Bismarck.
Yes. Toki, meanwhile, is on a hot lap, but he's 3 tenths up, so he's not going to improve. Panda on a hot lap. He's just invalidated, unfortunately. Little Demon right behind him. 44.2 split time, which is quite fast. 103.3. Wow. And Dietz with the 104.0 close behind.
That's 6 tenths. That's a huge gap.
A huge gap indeed.
And P2, I told you he's quick,
Yeah, man.
and you proved it right now.
Triple Crown has invalidated, unfortunately. So and True Knight is on a hot lap, he improves by 8 tenths. He's now got a 104.0. Good time by True Knight again. So it just shows even a skilled driver like Bismarck on the medium tires is probably half a second slower because of his medium tires, at least. Hey, Adlek, what's up?
He needs me for something, I don't know. Okay.
Ja, tylko chciałem podziękować.
Oh, yep, okay. So, from the two Mercedes drivers, Dominic did unfortunately got disqualified during the pit entry, which makes sense considering he was reversing on track. He shouldn't do that.
Everything's fine.
Cool.
Ooh, I've missed that, but Shine is in P2. I've realized that this guy is probably on no assist because he's not using ABS either.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good time indeed. And he's on 3 lap old softs already, so actually this is gonna cost him during the league race because his softs will be worn. So
Maybe he just forgot to change during in the pits. I don't know.
maybe, yeah. I hope he can do another lap on a faster lap on fresh tires, otherwise he's gonna hurt in the race.
Yeah.
The only driver who hasn't set a time yet, aside from Dominic obviously, is Dr. Panda, who is having lots of trouble to not invalidate on the track limits.
He has
So
plenty of time, so he has to just take home and then finish the laps, and I'm sure he's gonna make a good lap.
yep, agree.
Is he on no assist as well?
No, he's on medium traction control, racing line, ABS as well.
I saw him and braking not fully, like not 100% braking input. So
Oh, what is this line, Panda? What? Oh, he was trying to get out of the way for the Ferrari. It seems like.
there are better ways to do it, but well done, respect for this one.
Yeah. Any other drivers on a hot lap? Let's have a quick look. Bismarck seems to be on a hot lap.
On softs right now. Okay, so the medium tire isn't his favorite.
Yeah, it's a
Just to play on softs.
good curb there. Let's see a split time. Actually, it's already past a split time. Let's see his exit on the final corner. He didn't validate. Close one. 103.5. Good time by Bismarck. Well done.
Barely P2.
I'm gonna switch to Dr. Penna now, who is on a hot lap, and he's done a 6. Oh, and we see a Red Bull the wrong way around. Tau has spun there. And I'm gonna stick around with Dr. Penna now and put the commentator's curse on him. Let's see what he does. Good line through the corner there. Don't validate. No, he's gonna steer clear of that. A 45.9, not the best time, but at least he's got a clean lap in him now, it seems like. Still easy to invalidate here in this third sector. If you go wide, he doesn't go wide. And again, on the last turn, don't go wide. He's got a clean lap. It's a 106.0, just behind P11, very close. He can do another hot lap if he does a cool down lap now. At least he got a time on the board. He's not last. Dominic is going to start last. So, well done, Dr. Panda, I would say. I'm gonna spectate Dietz now, who's on a hot lap. He's currently sitting in P4, and he's making his way to the first split. Or he's actually passed it already, never mind.
Unverwacht
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
problem.
it's a legend. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, it is a problem actually.
If he doesn't leave the
I'm
lobby.
gonna message him
Oh,
so he quits.
thank you. He's Polish, isn't he? I think, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He's like, I don't know, the legend of 2018 gaming.
yes,
Like every open world
agree. He's also on my friends list.
20 gaming, you see Infobot, and you know it's him.
Yep. And Dietz at a time of 103.5 as well. Improves and passes Shine by 3/100ths. So good times are being posted right now. I'm gonna quickly ride on board with the Dr. Panda, who is down on his time. It seems like he forgot to turn off the ERS on his cooldown lap. So I don't think he's going to be able to improve because his battery is empty. And nobody told him that, to turn on his battery. And it looks like he's run out of fuel because he's in low fuel mode. And he needs to be careful here to not obstruct other drivers, which he doesn't, thankfully.
Okay, left.
Thank you. Is Panda actually out of fuel? Yeah, it seems like he is. He's coming back into the pit lane.
Oh, he's in the worst place he could be. He's P10 on softs
Yeah.
with 2 laps of
Oh,
used.
oh, he actually set a better time. I didn't see that. That's actually so he improved by 5/10. So
Yeah, that's good effort from him, but it's unlucky at the same time because
yeah,
he used the mediums at the start.
it is what it is. Yeah, true. So let's see. We've got 38 seconds left in the on the clock, and we've got Shine on alt lap now into sector 3 down the hill, coming out of the last turn, and he sets a 103.4, goes P2, improves by
That's
1/10. Very true. Very close to P1, only 200ths off.
He's back on an out lap, but he's not gonna make it. No time yet.
No time indeed.
Not enough time.
And Triple Crown is invalidated. Toki is... Tahu is still on the hot lap, so let's see what he can do. He's 2/10 up, so he's not going to improve.
Yeah.
Power Quad Tool is on 3 hard laps all soft, so I wouldn't expect something from him at this stage anymore. I think this is it. I think we've seen all drivers now that could improve. Power Quad Tool is also invalidated.
Oh, I think our time is glitched because
Oh, you're right. Yep.
yeah, Bismarck is on a hot lap even though he couldn't make it
That's true.
according to our time. But
Yeah. So let's see who else is gonna set a time then. Dietz has already finished. Triple Crown is not. Oh, it just spun actually. And True Knight has invalidated. So it's Bismarck to watch now in Sector 3. I'm gonna ride on board with him for this final sector. Good curb on the entry, good curb on the apex, not too wide. Loads of curb on the last apex. And he sets a 103.4, goes P3 and passes Dietz for P3 there. So well done, Bismarck, to snatch P3 in the last moments of the qualifying session.
quick occasion to do interview with Dr. Panda, who's here. Any shots? Any question shots?
Not really, Panda. What's up? Did you switch here or did you get dragged? What's up?
I switched here.
Okay.
I was wondering what's going on.
Oh, you're fine. You're in P10, mate. Carry on. We're gonna move to the race in a moment, so I can't say much because I can't be partial here. So good luck.
Need it.
I'm gonna drag you back to house, okay?
Sorry, mate. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to come in this.
That's alright.
Secret channel.
That's right. You are, but only if they actually like you disconnect or whatever, then I can drag you back in.
Goodbye.
See you, man. Good luck.
Love your shorts.
Love you too.
Some romance going on.
So, an interesting qualifying. Little Demon shattering the field with an early 103, but loads of drivers coming very close at the end. Shine coming very close, Bismarck and Deeds all very close together, and then there's a gap of almost 5 tenths to True Knight in P5. So we've got four drivers.
I think we can split that into D3A, D3A, D3B, and D3B AA. I don't know, something like this, because it's completely different league. Half a second on us race.
Yep.
It's like huge.
I just saw Scheme join the lobby. I don't think he's able to get a seat anymore because the race is already underway now, but
I presume his game crashed and then he just joined the wrong person, so he's in the wrong lobby as well.
yep. As long as he's not racing or in Discord, I'm fine, but yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out.
Seems like it's gonna be dry all the race.
Well, that's forgiving at least to these drivers. It would have been sad if it was rain. Like last season D1, oh my god, half the races was rain. So we got formation lap now for the 13 drivers on the grid. I hope they keep enough space between all of them. Little Demon is away. So, fun fact, what I found just by testing in single player, I mean, going slow on the formation lap, there's no real point to it, because if you just drive the formation lap at full speed, your tires are warm at the end of the lap. Like, there's literally no point in going slow. Your tires are only going to cool down more. So, yeah, people are used to it from a role-playing point of view. Oh, why are people so slow? Triple Crown, Panda bunching up. Oh, Dominic at the end. Okay, this is fine, but it's a little bit of a accordion effect.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in my opinion, people should just be driving, relatively quickly on the formation lap. But I get why they don't, because in real life they don't. Hi, Darky.
Hello. I mean, for me, on some tracks, there's no actual point in making what is it called? Formation lap. Yeah.
Yep.
Because your tires get used, and if you wanna save your tires, then it's not the way to do it.
Absolutely.
If you just start with cold tires, yeah, you're gonna be disadvantaged, but it can pay off in the later phase of the race.
I completely agree with you, mate. And yeah, I skip formation lap quite regularly in the league races. So for that same reason.
I haven't noticed that, but
Oh,
that's pretty smart because I haven't done it single once because I didn't want to get a poor start, which I do every time, but I can get poor start and even worse, so that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Yep.
So they're lining up on the grid. Gonna wait just a few seconds.
Yep, the start may be, of course, a little bit desynced, but we've got the Haas of Little Demon in P1, Shine in P2, Bismarck P3, and then I believe Dietz it was in P4. Let's see, we've got 5 red lights, and lights are out, and we're underway.
Now,
Dietz with a slow start, it seems he's covering off the inside, but all drivers away safely. Oh, we've got a Mercedes dive bomb by NA, and we've got Dietz, who is the main victim, and the Red Bull. Oh no, that was, I think, the Mercedes that dive bombed everyone there. I'm not too sure. It got away from me. And we've got Tahu making a decent move on Tokyo, but what a dive bomb was that? Did you see what happened there, Justy?
I did, but I'm not sure if it was Mercedes. I knew he dived off, but I don't know if he caused all of this distraction coming there.
Oh,
Yo, Tahu also.
I saw, yes.
That was pretty big balls move. I have to admit, but the first top three got away pretty evenly.
Yep, we've got Little Demon now a second away ahead of the pack, with Shine being followed by Bismarck and True Knight. The DRS being so important here to stay with the pack. We've got a little bit of a gap here, and then we've got a bunch of cars. Tokyo leading those cars round, and Parakotul Dominic right behind. Tahu Dietz, who has, I'm not sure he's got wing damage. Toki is pitting, because he's definitely got wing damage. And Panda is coming up the rear, who seems to also has clipped his wing. He's got front right wing damage, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he does. So that's a shame, because that is going to hurt his entire race unless there's a safety car. Um, so we're going to ride on board here with Little Demon, who's on his lap 2 now. So the biggest victim of this start was definitely Dietz, who was in P4 and now all the way down into P11. Big shame.
Also, Toki got pretty involved in this, and unfortunate for him.
Very true. Then after the first 4 cars, there's a gap, and then there's NA followed by Triple Crown Tokyo, and then Dominic and Parakotul are right behind each other. The field is spread out a bit, which is okay. DRS is now enabled, so we're gonna see some trains happening and maybe some overtakes in a couple of laps.
I think the Dominic, what was that? What was that?
Oh, that was wide, wasn't it? And he's got DRS now.
He's got the DRS. That was a very opportunistic move. I don't know if that was clean, but
It seems like almost he's giving the position back. I'm not sure. And there's a car that's off. That's Triple Crown.
Crown spun.
Oh no.
P6. Unfortunate.
And Panda, unfortunately, suffering at the rear with wing damage, losing quite a bit of time. And now Tau is off. Tau has spun in the follow-through in Sector 2. And now both Red Bulls are at the back. Meanwhile, we've got Bismarck sneaking up the shine. He's in DRS range, 4 tenths. So there's going to be a fight happening.
He's gonna go down the inside.
Yep.
Is Shine gonna defend?
Is Bismarck going to leave space?
Little look up. Oh,
And Bismarck is through. And he's got DRS on the next straight as well. So Bismarck has passed Shine now for P2. And now he's got 1.7 seconds to close to Little Demon. And Tahu is still around at Sector 2. And we've got a fight here at the back between Parakotul and Dietz. Dietz is trying to cut through the field. He's...
Dominic's bad.
Oh no. And Panda has passed him now, so Panda up to P10.
I think Panda should have boxed.
You're probably right. Although if it's like lime wing or yellow wing, it's hard for the pit crew to repair it sometimes, you know?
Yeah, true.
It can be one of those grey areas where it's hard to decide.
Is Shine gonna fight back? He's still in the DRS range, and he's pretty
Oh,
close to
Bismarck! Oh, Bismarck lost it on the exit!
spawn.
Too much throttle on the exit, too eager on the throttle, and he's lost it. That's a one-sided collision.
Another retirement of Bismarck from their league.
I hope not, and I hope he understands that this was unfortunately his own mistake. Nobody pushed him off.
Yeah.
That said, he now does have wing damage, and he's got NA behind him, so good riddance, Bismarck. And yeah, Bismarck with massive understeer.
That was clean.
Bismarck with massive understeer now, and he's got arguably as much wing damage or more compared to Panda. Tahu meanwhile has pitted.
Bismarck puts as well. I think that's the best option for him.
Yep.
He still has the pace, so I think he can still fight for the podium.
Oh no, he's just retired. So it's a shame. Honestly, I feel for the guy. Yeah. This is his own mistake. Hey, Bismarck.
I will probably not do the next one.
Okay.
Bullshit.
Okay. It's a shame you retired, mate. But unfortunate. Yeah. Good effort, though. We've got.
Just
Good
for,
to see you there.
just for you to know, it's the fucking controllers that disconnect.
Hardware issues. As we see Parakotul in the wall, who's just spun a 360 on the exit of turn 3, spun left, and now he's round. Massive wing damage. And we've got the drivers now spread out, nobody in DRS range. Panda now sitting in P8 after lots of incidents happening around him. But he still has to pit.
I think now the closest fight is between Toki and Dominic. Toki is sitting on Dominic's ass. Let's see what they're gonna do in the the longest straights with DRS.
Yep, agree. And
Dominic has a
we've got a yellow flag now. Don't know why.
Alfa Romeo pits. I think that's why.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Toki is gaining. He's gaining. Please don't do this on the. Yes. Good. I've never seen somebody attacking in the turn 1.
That's a very dangerous place to attack indeed, unless the guy had a really poor exit out of the last corner. But now it's time to move, but he's gonna be late it seems. But still parks side by side, gets alongside, and the switchback happening by Dominic, who loses the rear. He lost the rear himself it seems like, just like Bismarck, and now has also got wing damage. Big shame.
That was supposed to be epic battle between these two, but unfortunate for Dominic, he spun out himself, I think.
And turn 3 has claimed the second or third casualty, I think, because we also saw the Alfa Romeo spin there. So turn 3 causing a lot of crashes here. Meanwhile, Little Demon is sitting comfortably in P1, 8 seconds are in front of True Knight, who is in 8 laps, so he's getting a second per lap.
But Shine committed undercut, so maybe there's gonna be some change, because he was like 3 seconds behind Little Demon, so he's gonna be really quicker on these crucial outlaps and
You're absolutely right.
make it close.
Little Demon is now pitting, and we're gonna have to see how.
So he's covering the strategy of Shine. Yeah, he's gonna stay comfortably ahead, I think.
I'm on board with Shine now, who's rounding the final turn,
Is he?
and
Is he gonna be so comfortably? I wouldn't say so.
Shine with the purple sector 3, and he's still ahead, but not by much.
He closed the gap.
1.6 seconds. And we've got a yellow flag in turn 3 again, who Parakotul is now spun the second time in this corner. So now Shine has to make up 7 tenths to get in DRS range, but that's going to be hard for him.
Big fight. Dietz, Adlek and Dr. Panda.
Oh yeah. So Panda still has to pit. Adlek and Dietz switchbacking. Oh no. And now maybe Dietz with the second run. Adlek defending the inside, switching to the outside. Dietz sending it in the inside, having a look, but staying behind. And now Panda is holding them up, but that's fair because it's for position. Panda is not defending too hard. He's letting.
No. I knew it's gonna happen sooner or later.
What happened? Oh, Panda lost it. Oh no.
Yeah. No, I think they touched.
Oh. Was Adlek being impatient there, or did Panda just not pay attention?
I don't know. I haven't seen the good angle of it, so
Nope.
I think we have to consider this in the reports because
Yep.
I haven't seen it well.
Now Panda should be pitting right now, and he is. And let's hope he gets a new front wing from it. And Parakotul has spun again in turn 1. Meanwhile, we've got have we got any fights going on right now? Yes, still Adlek and Dietz. Dietz round the outside, mounting the curb, and Adlek. Oh, that's pushing Dietz almost off the track. It seems like. But Dietz is now comfortably ahead finally. And now Dietz is able to gain time on Adlek quite quickly. 8 tenths right now. Meanwhile, the fight for P1, Shine has lost a little bit of time. He's now 2 seconds behind. Panda has exited the pits on fresh mediums in 9th place. He's got Dominic 6 seconds behind him. So Panda not having the best of races, but also not having the worst of races, I would say. And there's a yellow flag in sector 3 again for a late pit stop by the Alfa Romeo. Dietz is now creating a significant gap between himself and Adlek. The gap's almost a second, and Adlek is about to lose the RS range.
He's on 3% of ERS, so he has nothing to use to keep up with Dietz, so it's gonna be very difficult for him.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, as long as there aren't any safety cars or incidents, then it's pretty easy win for Little Demon.
Interestingly, Dietz has 3 seconds more time penalties than NA right now than Adlek, so as long as Adlek can stay with him and don't make too many mistakes, he can finish P4. And Dietz is unable to run away from Adlek, it seems, because he's staying with them.
Yeah, the DRS advantage gives very much, but no, both of them got DRS because of the back marker, so
Oh yeah.
that's a great opportunity for Dietz to pull away from Adlek.
And Dietz still sitting on 22% ERS, so he could definitely be using some of that.
Adlek's still barely in DRS range. That was very close to not be in, but he is. He has DRS and in these 3 long straights, so you stop the snap. Or Dietz gonna pull away.
Dietz is now emptying his battery as well. So, but he's slowly... Oh, Dietz with a little bit of a tank slapper there on the exit of turn 3. But the gap is now over a second, so it looks like it's going to be enough for him to pull away. And I'm looking at the delta between Panda and Dominic has gained around 3 seconds over the last 3 laps. He's still 3 seconds behind on softs versus the mediums of Panda, so we may see a fight happening here for P9. The penalty situation is that Panda has 3 seconds, Dominic has 6. So it could be an interesting fight happening here for P9 in the end of the race. I'm gonna ride on board with Panda for a moment and see how he's doing.
Is it his debut?
Yes, first league race, first ever league race.
He's doing pretty fine as an debut, so
I agree, and we've got a spin. We've got Dominic who's spun on the exit of turn 3, so that's pretty much secure at P9 then for Panda, because Dominic has just lost that position.
there's no real threat behind him. It's 16 seconds plus 9 seconds for Dominic. So if Panda keeps it on the track, then well done, P9.
Well done indeed. And looking at the guys behind him who were having lots of issues, nobody really had a clean race except for the guys in P1, P2 and P3. Dietz in P4, he spun in turn 1. So that says a lot, coming from all the way at the back, now in P4. Those guys in front in the top 3 were the only ones with a clean race, more or less. And the gap is now over a second between Dietz and NA, so they will definitely be... Oh, and we've got a yellow flag again with another Mercedes, Dominic. His tires will be cooked right now. And let's see the penalty situation.
Medium rare tires.
Yeah, medium rare, medium well done. I would say almost overcooked.
Medium melted.
Looking at the penalty situation right now, there's nobody really in a position to gain any time or any places from penalties.
Yeah, let's be honest. Now it's boring race. Just driving down to the
Actually,
flag.
I'm too early to say that. Tokyo has got no penalties, and the guys Tokyo ahead has got 9 seconds, so he's gonna gain a position. And if
No, Tokyo? No, no, no.
Tokyo has got
Oh,
0,
yeah, sorry, my
yeah.
bad. Yeah,
And Triple Crown, if he bridges 1 more second to Tokyo, he will also move up to a position. So Toki Neomika is at risk right now. Meanwhile, the gap between Little Demon and Shine has been stable for some time now. It's 3 seconds. The undercut by Shine was a good effort, but it didn't unfortunately bridge the gap to the DRS. Otherwise, we may have seen a different race had Shine been able to catch up to the DRS of Little Demon. But now the gap is 3 seconds, and it's gonna stay that way, I think, for the last 2 laps. And we've got a yellow flag by another Mercedes. Yep. Oh, and gravel for the Mercedes lawnmower. And a yellow flag as well for Red Bull. Tahu, who has spun at the end of sector 2. And who's lost quite some time there as well with it.
We got a lot of spins today.
Oh, Tahu again with cooked tires now. And this is supposed to be an easy track, guys. This is supposed to be your warm-up for the season.
At least in the calendar.
Yeah. Tao with a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. He's gonna be overtaken by Power Kotul in this way. Meanwhile, Triple Crown is 9.5 seconds behind Tokyo, and that puts him 10.6 seconds behind Toki. So at this moment he's
the last lap of the race. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yep, we've got Little Demon now. Oh, we've got an Alfa Romeo going wide in turn 1, by the way. Power Kotul with a yellow flag as we see Little Demon exiting turn 3. No wheel spin, thankfully. And going down into the second sector. What can he say? What can we say? He dominated start to finish. He was untouchable. The only driver who got really close was Shine. Good effort by Shine. But this was
As well. Yeah.
and he sets a purple sector too. As we see Little Demon crossing the line to take his Austria Grand Prix win.
I think that's a Grand Slam because he was leading every lap of the race. He got pole position and he got the fastest lap of the race. So I think that's a Grand Slam.
You're probably right if no one else takes it from him. Oh, and True Knight almost loses it. And does Dietz gain a position from True Knight? No, unfortunately not. He was very close. I think.
12 seconds. Yes.
Sorry, that was my mistake in that case. Who is going to get in a position though is Tokyo quite easily, and Triple Crown as well, because Toki got another time penalty. He's now got 12 seconds time penalty. So Toki is going to drop down to P8 as Tokyo grabs P6. And Triple Crown gets P7.
It's 11.7.
It's going to be close.
Nah, it's gonna be. Yeah, Toki. Unfortunately for him, P8. But yeah, pretty good race from him considering. I think he spun. So if he did, then it's good recovery.
And Panda with P9 and Dominic with P10 as we cross the line. Driver of the day, Dominic? Question mark?
Is he really?
I'm not sure about that.
I would doubt it, but nah.
And we see the fastest lap indeed by Little Demon. So a Grand Slam, no time penalties. Well done, Little Demon. I'm gonna quickly screenshot race director. Yeah, what can you say, Jesty? Little Demon, head and shoulders above the rest, right?
Yes, I think that's a great pace from this guy. I think it's his debut, so I think it's gonna be more success for him in the future. I'm sure of that.
Excellent.